Chris Caster here in Klamath Falls, Oregon, and this is my folding quadcopter. The basic dimensions come from flighttest.com, and the idea of making a folded modified version comes from Good Kibo's YouTube video, Woody, which is in quotes, Folding Platform FPV H Quad. As we take a look at the plans that you can download from Flight Test, you will see that the top length dimension is 17.5 inches. And we can measure it, and sure enough, this is 17.5 inches. The wooden arm length is supposed to be 18 inches long, but of course, to make it into the folding version, you're going to make them 9 inches long. So you have 4 equal length arms of 9 inches in length. Also mentioning the arms, they're made from 1/2 inch stock, which is available at homedepot.com. Very cheap, couple bucks. And you'll use that same stock to make both the top and bottom braces on each end. The diameter of the body on this, at this level, is 3.5 inches. Out at the dog ears here, they are 5.5 inches. You use 4 number 6 screws. And the holes for those, and they are 2 inches in length, by the way, those screws are. The holes are drilled in from each side at 3/8 of an inch, and then back from the leading edge, just 1/4 inch. Works quite well. And just so we have it right here, this dog ear length is just 1 inch long. The top plates that you see are 4 inches long, between 13 and 7 there, and you can see also back here it's 4 inches. The very top plate is just a scrap piece of Dollar Tree foam board. The side pieces are actually just a yardstick, 69 cents from Home Depot, cut in 2. Works out very well. The bottom plate, the 2 top plates, and the end plates, because there is a little rectangular piece of plywood between the ends of the yardsticks and the braces, is all 1/8 inch plywood. The KK2 board that you see here is held in place, and that's a Hobby King, of course, KK2 board. And you can also get this double-sided foam sticky that goes on the bottom and does a very good job, available from Hobby King. I'm going to turn the unit over here. Just show you a few things on the bottom. These holes are 3/4 of an inch and 1 inch, and they're about 2 inch space. Cut those with hole saws. Then we also have a wooden dowel for the center of gravity, which really aids in knowing where to place your batteries of differing weights. I have 2 different batteries. The length on the bottom is 20 1/4 inches. That allows this platform for the GoPro, and at the front it's 3.5 inches wide. Flip it back over. The skids that I've used, and of course there's many options you can use, they absorb shock quite well, and they're simply made of this 2-inch PVC pipe, which is the thicker version. I cut out a segment, sand it, cut out about a 1/4 inch segment here, and then use a heat gun and a nice flat bar to flatten this out, and then it's just wire tied in place, and that works very well. Also, the motors are mounted with wire ties, and some people would choose to use screws. You certainly can, but on simplecopter.com they make the suggestion to use wire ties. In the event of a crash, this will slide off much easier. And then use a double-sided tape again here. It just makes for good cushion. I'll tell you, these things really do work well. They haven't moved at all, and I'm very impressed with that. And I know if I crash, it's going to pop off, and these bullet connectors will disconnect quite easily as well. Also have built a long battery plate to accommodate for the fact that the GoPro is so far forward. This allows me to place my batteries. This is a 2650, a 2650 milliamp hour battery, provides 5 minutes of flight. And then I also mount this 3300 milliamp hour battery, which gives me about 8 to 9 minutes of flight. The unit ready to fly with this battery weighs 1,580 grams, and with the other battery on it, it's about 3.5 pounds, so just a little under 3.5 pounds with that battery, slightly over 3.5 pounds with this battery. Works quite well. Just to kind of go over the electronics that I have, I've already mentioned the KK2 board. We have 4 Turnigy Plush 30 amp speed controllers. I've had no overheating with those. The motors are Hextronic DT750s. And the props are 11-inch diameter, and they are 4.7 pitch. Work very well. Another thing I'd like to mention just a little bit is the GoPro mount. This is actually the mount that I had from the display in the little box that it came in, and I cut that to fit. And you can see why you have to mount the GoPro so far forward. You have to be able to move the arm without interfering with the base. Then, to reduce the jello vibration that you get with the GoPro, looked online, you can use Moon Gel, which isn't very expensive, but you can also use these earplugs, which were very affordable, and you cut about that much off, and then the little base, as you can see down here, is just hot glued, and it works very well, and hopefully you'll see it pretty well eliminates all of the jello in the video we'll have just a little bit later on. I'll take it outside and we'll have a look at how it flies.